two brothers bring in a new era for professional wrestling here at AEW Double or Nothing. This marks the beginning. Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, the sons of the legendary late American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Over 30 years in the making between these two brothers. These two literally know each other so well. On a personal level, that is. Inside the ring, these two haven't had too many interactions on the opposite ends of each other. They've been tag team champions together at one point or another in their careers. But together, that's where they've been. Now, they're both looking to make a mark with a fresh start. Washing away all the past that has haunted him with that very cartwheel. A part of Cody Rhodes' past that has haunted him, that led him to the journey of becoming the American Nightmare. Nice tie up. Dustin Rhodes trying to break free. Nice sweep under from Rhodes. Wow, using Dustin's own move against him. Cody sent Dustin to the outside as Cody looks to soar, and he certainly scores with a suicide dive, laying out Dustin Rhodes on the outside. Cody's wife, Brandy, certainly loved how that played out. You saw the smile on her face. It's a crazy position for Brandy to be in. She's seeing her husband and her brother-in-law go head to head. Oh! A cannonball. Don't see that too often from Dustin Rhodes, pulling out all the stops. Starting to pick up the pace is Dustin. The "you still got a chance" coming in hot for Dustin Rhodes. Raining down hellfire on Cody. Clubbing shots. Teeing off on the American Nightmare, went for the final shot. But Rhodes rolling to the outside onto the floor. Wise decision from Cody. Over the last few years, we've truly seen Cody reinvent himself. From ending one part of his journey to going out on his own and finding himself. He's ended up in many places, including being a former member of the Bullet Club, the infamous Bullet Club, that being New Japan Pro Wrestling's strongest faction. Cody Rhodes getting a nice little bit of some hydration there, some H2O. Got to stay hydrated. It was all a trick to get some water in the eyes of Dustin. I guess by any means necessary, even if it's your own brother. And a count of 2. Cody going to work on the arm. Now going after the midsection. Nearly 5 decades of wrestling for Dustin Rhodes, making his debut in the 80s, competing in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. And if things keep going the way they are for Dustin, he'll make it to his 5th decade. Dustin, a true workhorse in professional wrestling. Let's take nothing away from that. However, Cody Rhodes has a few more years ahead of him, quite a few more years ahead of him than Dustin does. That could play a big factor in the long game of this match. On the other hand, there's that experience factor from Dustin Rhodes that he has over Cody. He has faced the very best of the best. He's gotten to face, like I said, he's competed he's competed in nearly 5 different decades. Up. Nice clothesline as Dustin starts to pick up some speed there. Not today, says Dustin Rhodes with a nice boot to the side of the head of his brother. Went to splash Dustin in the corner, but Dustin got out of the way. Nice shot from the Natural. Truly living that moniker of being the Natural. Not too many people can go for as long, as hard as Dustin Rhodes has in his pro wrestling career. This could be terrible. He's going to risk it. Will he risk it all? Oh! Head first for Dustin. Catches that exposed steel of the middle turnbuckle that had its padding removed. Cody Rhodes driving the boot in the back of the head. Look how hard Dustin hit. Cody, who's standing tall in the ring. I just want to make a big mention that Earl Hebner's the referee, but as I was about to say so, Brandy Rhodes gets involved. Brandy Rhodes taking out Dustin. I'm almost certain that referee Earl Hebner saw that one. And he sends Brandy out of here. Cody, perhaps his plan is falling to pieces as Brandy is being sent out of ringside to the back. Dustin's been busted open. There's DDP. Part of the Nightmare family picking up Brandy. Taking back Brandy. DDP who's been there for the Rhodes, very close friend of the Rhodes family. Completely bloodied up is Dustin Rhodes. At least one half of his face is kind of covered with that red and black face paint. But unfortunately, it's the other side of his face that's busted open. At some point in this match, the bloody mess is going to truly wear out Dustin Rhodes. That age factor, the exhaustion factor, the energy, it will all come into effect. Cody Rhodes, a distasteful act as he smears the blood of his enemy, smears the blood of his brother on his chest in an act of war. Cody Rhodes is playing sick and a sadistic game with Dustin. Nice kick to the side of the head. Ruthlessness. Dustin went swinging for the fences, but the blood could be affecting his mind right now. Rather, is affecting him in this match. It's a lot of blood that's being lost. And it's being lost quite quickly. Nice shot to Dustin. Dustin, who just crumbled in the corner. With the knuckles of the American Nightmare being used to continue to open up the wound of Dustin Rhodes, making it worse and worse and worse as Rhodes stomping a mud hole in his brother Dustin. I don't even know where the cut is because there's the face paint, there's the sweat, there's the blood. It's become a crimson mask at this point. The worst part about it is when the sweat and the blood combine and it creates this crimson mask, it goes down and it gets into your eyes and it burns. Sweat alone will burn your eyes. Blood getting in your eyes alone will burn your eyes. But combined, it is ruthless. Now I see the blood just pouring. If the blood continues to pour out at this rate, Dustin is going to have a hard time. And a curb stomp from Cody to Dustin. But Dustin able to get the shoulder up. Oh my God. That is unruly. That is grueling. That is a literal pool of blood. That's like a chocolate fountain, but instead it's blood. Rhodes went to the middle turnbuckle up. Cody Rhodes, who's covered in his brother's blood. Double axe handle. Cody Rhodes again ascending up. This time he climbs to the top. The crowd trying to rally behind Dustin Rhodes. Dustin got out of the way. Snap power slam by Dustin. Going for it. But Cody kicks out. Nearly pulled this one. Perhaps on instinct by Dustin Rhodes. That just comes with experience. Cody sweeping the leg of his brother. Figure four, sent in the ring, nowhere to go for Dustin Rhodes. Battle tested, battle ready. These two are in a war. Cody, in his own twisted way, wants to end Dustin Rhodes once and for all, and this generation. Dustin trying to fight through. The arm shaking, the adrenaline pumping. Is there a sign of hope? Is there life left in the natural Dustin Rhodes? As he attempts to turn over Cody to break free of this figure 4 leg lock. And it does. He inverts the pressure onto his brother, the American Nightmare. Meanwhile, Dustin has his eyes closed because of all the blood in his eyes. This match may have to be stopped. Dustin at this point is practically a blind mouse. The strap comes off of Cody. That weight belt of Cody. Taking the belt away, which allowed Dustin to capitalize with an atomic drop. Uh-oh. Exposing the behind. Sometimes you got to do the parenting yourself for your baby brother. Code Red! Will it put away Cody? Cody kicks out. Near fall. Dustin somehow, some way, still fighting in this brutal fight. It's a big uphill battle for Dustin Rhodes, who has lost a lot of blood. It's in his eyes. The sweat, the blood, the tears. It's all there, and it's all being laid out in this big match between these two, because these two are going double or nothing. The longer this match goes in, the fatigue that sets in, it gets worse and worse. You have to think about, how much can I go still? What are my limitations at a point in this match? Oh, that was a nasty landing on that superplex. Oh, the weight was shifted weird because of all the blood that's been lost by Dustin, but still connects. And it got it. Dustin, he caught Cody, spun him inside out. It was there, but it just, even Earl Hebner is covered in blood. Dustin's blood is on everybody in that ring. And somehow, some way, the fight continues. Dustin was looking to use Cody's own move against him. The ref didn't see it, but Cody nailed a low blow. And a disastrous move. That disaster kick. And a crossroads. There it is. But Dustin stays alive. How in the world did Dustin Rhodes just kick out? When there's a will, there is a way. There's so much of Dustin's blood on Cody. It looks like Cody is starting to bleed. It looks like Cody is bleeding all over his body. And there is still blood pouring from Dustin. That's the scary part. This blood has been pouring for like a solid 10 minutes now. Bloody massacre here at Double or Nothing. This match, certainly not for the faint of heart. Dustin looking to go for a crossroads of his own. And he does. How apropos would it be? But it just wasn't enough to put his brother away. Willett and howled, and there's blood everywhere. Cody's blonde hair, bleached blonde hair, is now red. Dustin's face is all red. The referee's arms are covered. This is what it's come down to. Two brothers on a mission to change professional wrestling, but on their very own path. These two trading blows, blow for blow, tit for tat. Who wants it more? Nice uppercut there from Dustin. And a response of a pump kick from Cody. What was that? I don't know who got the worst of that exchange, but both men are down. Who will capitalize? Dustin gets to the cover, and Cody just barely kicking out. Cody, who just barely survived. You got to wonder if Dustin had gotten to the cover sooner and if he was able to hook the leg, would that have been the 3? The emotions behind this match are charged to the max. No. 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 This can end a career. Vertebreaker! I just got chills from that vertebreaker. That's got to be it. Just cover him. You've made your intentions clear on what you want. You want to end your brother. We get it. You're mad at him. For whatever reason, you're mad. That's it. That's got to be it. The vertebreaker and the crossroads. Just do it. And there it is. Cody Rhodes defeats his brother Dustin